Okay folks, as promised, today I've got something different. This is an autoclave, which is used to sterilise items. Hairdressers use a smaller version to sterilise their scissors and combs. This one was given to me by a dentist. So they put all their dentistry equipment in there. I'm not even sure how you open it. There you go. So this is extremely heavy. Not sure why. Looks like there might be a lot of cast aluminium in this door. Two of us struggled to get this up. So I've never seen one of these scrapped on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that I'm the first person to do it. And I hope there's something good in there for us to all look at. I'm just going to move some things off the top, and then I can start pulling it apart. Alrighty, so I guess I'll start with screws. I'll just try and find all the screws I can. This looks like it only takes off the grill. There was a nice piece of silicone tube that was attached on here, and I've cut it off to use it for bleeding my brakes on my car. And I wish there was more, because it would be good for siphoning. So to start with, this grill, it's steel, so that's no good. I know a lot of people on YouTube take steel to the scrapyards, but I don't know why, because it's not worth anything. It's like 20 cents a kilo or something. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a nice pile of copper inside. I really can't understand why it's so heavy. I guess I'll find out when I get inside it. I'm not sure what these little stone things are. It's aluminium inside, but it's coated in stone. I don't know why. Weird. I've never seen it. Might end up with a nice pile of screws at the end of all this. I often keep nuts and bolts and screws and so on. They come in handy from time to time. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. So, not sure how this comes out. There we go. There's a hose. I'll cut this wire first. So we've got a couple of fans on there, that's no big deal, but there's this radiator inside. I'll be able to cut across here and take all this copper off, and same along here, keep the copper, and just put this through as a radiator. Alright, so there's more screws here. The screen on this GoPro blacks out after a period of time, and I don't know how to find the settings to keep it going, because when the screen blacks out I can't see what you can see. So I'll figure it out eventually. Sure, it's not too hard. Okay, can't see any more screws. Some sort of switches here. Hopefully there's some silver inside these. Yeah, I don't know if anything's going to zap me. I mean, it hasn't been plugged in for a while, but You know, some things they store energy, and I don't know, just a weird item I've never seen, and I don't know much about them, so I don't know what they're capable of. I can see a lot of hose inside, so I might get a bit more silicon hose out of this. This is aluminium foil of some sort, all this here around the main cylinder. Looks like some stainless steel fittings or brass fittings. I think I'm going to need to take the outer casing off. So, screws down here. I've got to try and turn this thing around. I might cut this cord off first, otherwise that'll be dragging everything off the table. Oh, this is going to be heavy. Oh, no, I can't do it on my own, it's too heavy. I have to wait for my girlfriend to wake up because she does night shift. She's asleep right now. See if she can help me turn this thing over or turn it around. Don't know what this does. Just a cap for some hose that's in there. This is a paper readout, obviously. See if I can get some screws off in here while I wait. The door's got some screws on it. I might be better off getting a head mount for this GoPro, so that definitely whatever I'm looking at you can see. I'm just trying to undo this. I've managed to loosen the plastic, so that has to come off somehow. There's no screws on the outside. It's loose. I don't know, oh, there's a screw here. There we go. There's definitely a nice big piece of cast aluminium. Beauty. So this is all plastic, this is waste. Yeah. There's some circlips here. I'll try and undo those, then I can take the hinges off, and then I can get this door off. That's going to stop a lot of the, well, not all of it, but a lot of the weight, because this will be heavy. Now, I don't have any circlip pliers. All I've got is my screwdriver. Let's see if I can have a win with my screwdriver. I doubt it. Circlip pliers would be so much easier. I'll come back to this. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of a win with this door hinge here. I've managed to get the circlip off the bottom one. These little pliers I got here, I was able to hook it off, so like that. So now they're off. I imagine the pin should come down somehow. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going to knock it down, I don't know. A lot of people say that there's a good amount of gold inside medical equipment. So with this being some kind of medical device, I would assume there's going to be lots of gold in there. Now I tried undoing this main screw here, which is responsible for this round part. I'm not having a lot of luck, so I may need to find a bigger screwdriver, obviously, because I've only got a tiny screwdriver here and clearly not big enough. Oh, I see another circlip here, so that's why that hasn't come off. Right, so see if I can do the same thing here. Turn it around facing me. Cords in here which are responsible for it, so there might be some good gold in this. Take those out for now. Take this out, this is only steel. Unscrew this, whatever that does. Yeah, looks like a big stainless steel drum. That's probably where some of the weight's coming from, but I can see, I don't know if you can see in here, there's a big pile of heavy steel. Gonna move this clip around. There we go, getting there. It was so much easier if I had the right tool. And I've got it to lift up. There we go. It's a bit awkward to get in there with the little pliers. I don't think they'll get in there. I'll try it. Yeah. Okay, that's off. So now I don't see what's stopping that pin coming down. Let's see if I can knock it down. Now that that's off. It's really awkward to get to because I can't get up under here. The screwdriver. See if I can knock it down. I'm not very well equipped. I don't have a hammer and the right screwdrivers. I can see in here there's an Allen key and one here, so that's probably got a lot to do with it. I may need to go and try and regroup and get some tools. Alrighty, so I've got some sockets and a hammer and a decent sized screwdriver. So hopefully now I can have a bit of a win. There's a thing here which I'm trying to undo, and it goes to a this is a pin that goes in there and tells the machine the door's shut. Let me get this off. I really wish I could see what you guys are looking at, because I don't know if you're in frame or not. So I need a big socket for these here. But for now that's holding the door shut, so I'll leave that. I've got a big screwdriver. A pair of pliers might do the job here. It's going to be hard to undo this. I don't know why. Oh, no, it's not budging. Hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do. I wonder if I can get that pin out now with a decent screwdriver. Oh no, I need the Allen keys, that's right. Allen keys, I know I've got some here somewhere. Just looking through my socket set, because there was some Allen keys in here. So I know you can't see what I'm doing. And my Allen keys have been taken out. Don't you hate that when the tools aren't complete? I'll have to come back to that. So I'll try and get a socket for this. It's handy having it shutting the door for me, but I guess that's supposed to spin around, maybe in the process of doing whatever it does. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do much without the Allen key. And I can't do anything else on the box because I can't move it. It's just so damn heavy. I thought if I could move some of the heavy stuff from here, it might help. Alright, I'll have to go look for some Allen keys. I can't see these pins coming out until I undo those. Okay, I found a few Allen keys and I managed to get one here that fits. And so far it's turning, which is a good thing. I was hoping it wouldn't be seized up in there. Of course I dropped my Allen key. These little screws are quite handy. Sometimes I've seen these on different devices, so it might be worth holding on to this. I'll just put it in my toolbox. You never know if I may need it someday. If you're undoing something like that and you drop the screw and you can't find it, it can be annoying. Oh, that was a hard one. Okay, got that out. Don't need these. So now surely there's nothing holding the hinge on. Let's see if it comes off now. Yep, there it comes. Oh, it was. Now it's decided to stop on there. Good one. Decent hammer might do the trick. I just can't get down on it straight. Well, that's good, that's coming out. Now I need a punch of some sort. What a mission. This is easily the hardest thing I've ever pulled apart. I don't know if I can knock it down from there. I don't have any punches, so I may need to get the grinder. You can't see probably. See if I can bring this around. I may need to get the grinder onto the bottom of that pin because it's stopping on the aluminium here. And as for the bottom one, there's nothing stopping it, but I've got no way of punching it through. I've got no punches. Maybe maybe I can get my wire cutters and maneuver it out that way. Well, I just took the clip off the bottom. Not that I needed it, but it was helpful having it there because it was giving the wire cutter something to bite onto. This is hard. If I can get this casing off around it, it would help. But I can't do that until I get the tin off. I know what I might do. I'll move all the stuff over here so that I can get to the screws this side. Then I may be able to lift the tin off and I won't need someone to help me. Alright, so now while the camera's just turned on, I can see what you're looking at. See if I can change these settings. I don't know how to change the settings anyway. So now I can get to the screw here. I don't know if there's anything underneath. I'm guessing there might be. But I should be at least able to get rid of this tin surround. I know you can't see what I'm looking at, sorry. I'm just doing the last screw down the bottom here. Alright, now the tin should be able to come off. Might be having a win here. There we go. Yippee-yay-yay. Rubbish. Oh, look at that. Beauty. There's a decent circuit board, some ICs on it, some sort of big electric motor, a nice big transformer, some transformers on here. Yeah. So there's screws on top, all around the top of it and down the sides here. I'll get to taking those off. Move my socket set out of the way before I trip over it. Alright, so start with these screws here. The more I can undo and take off, the more weight I remove. I don't know if this is boring to you guys or not. I just figured since no one's ever done it, well, I haven't seen, it might be wise to make a video. Listening to me ramble on is probably boring, sorry about that. Okay, so screws here. Yeah, I think I definitely need to get a head mount so that I know that you're definitely being able to see everything I'm looking at. Where's my cutters gone? Oh, these things might help. Alright, so I'll see if I can get this brass off here. There we go. I've got it loose. It's got a hose on the back. Oh, I see. Of course, there'd be a nut on the inside. There's a nut in here stopping me from unwinding this. Of course, there would be. Okay, that might have to come off later then. I'll do these screws here. Don't know if there's any screws under this strip of rubber. No, can't feel any. No, there's none down the bottom. There's a start, some more steel off. No, look at this board. Alright, so I'm just cutting all these hoses off and get those out of my way. Get those out of here. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting all these wires off, getting all the wire out of the way. I'll remove as much as I can. I'll get this board out of the way, and then I can see how to pull the rest of it apart, hopefully. It's a nice amount of wire, PVC coated wire, get some money for that. I want this motor. I have a feeling it may be vacuum motor. I don't know how these things work, so I don't know if it creates a vacuum, which I'm assuming it would, so that it's oxygen free inside that tube, and that's probably how it sterilizes. So if that's a vacuum motor, I'll be able to use that for vacuum filtration. So I've got the cords here for it. I don't want to cut those off. Screws to undo it, of course, so I'll have to wait till all this is out of the way. So I'll just get all these wires off, get the board out of my way, then hopefully I can pull some more of the metal apart. I know I probably just could have pulled these plugs off, but easier this way. I should have brought a container out to put all the wire in. Sorry if we're out of frame, I can't see what you can see. I really have to try and work out how to do the settings on this thing. I want the screen to stay on so I can look at it and see what you can see. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed with the board. It's not as good as I hoped. I was really hoping for lots and lots of ICs or VGAs. Sorry, I'm cutting away here and not making sure you can see. As you can notice, I'm not really familiar with the GoPro. I'm not used to using a GoPro. Alright, so that's all the wires off. Let's see if I can get these boards undone now. Need a smaller screwdriver for those. Of course I do. I'll be back. Go and get my screwdrivers. Alright. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a screwdriver that fits, so now I'll just do this by hand. It's going to be annoying because there's a lot of screws. So I bought this Irwin screwdriver attachment for my drill, and it's one size head. There's no, I thought there'd be larger and smaller ones of these. I couldn't find one smaller or larger. I'll have to keep looking at the hardware, but it's the only one I could get. This will be much easier with a drill, much quicker. Put my glasses on, can't quite see. There we go. That's nearly one off. Okay, so a couple of transformers. I'll probably end up unwinding these and get the copper off. And I'm hoping that these grey things in the middle are relays. I'm sure that they would be. So there could be some silver inside, maybe even gold contacts. Let's see if I break one off. No, they're not. Bugger. Oh, well, at least to get the copper out of it. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Not that it's exciting, I'm just undoing these boards. I know I could put this on time lapse or something like that, but I'm sure you don't mind watching. If you don't, make a cup of coffee or something. I was talking to EWASTE Ben. I'm sure most of you may know him. He's like the largest scrapper on YouTube. And I was talking to him on the phone and explaining to him that I would love to be at the level he's at with the amount of scrap that he's got, because I don't get anywhere near that much. And he basically said I need to advertise, as I've been getting computers from one avenue at the moment, and I coast along with maybe 1 or 2 computers a month, TVs, things like that. A lot of cords come to me, but nowhere near the level he's at. So some of you may already know I've got a Facebook page called EWASTE Buyer, and I plan on trying to elaborate that. What have we got here? Some more copper, aluminium heat sink. I don't know what's inside this thing here. So what I'm going to be doing in the near future, when I get enough boards together, is do a video explaining what I class as mid-range, low-range, high-range boards. Other people may vary in their opinion of what's good and bad, but I'll tell you what I think is what and how much I'm willing to pay. If any of you guys out there would like to sell me your e-waste, you'll get an idea of what I will pay, and the price is negotiable. I may say a certain price, but you might offer me 10 or 15, 20 kilos or something. Well, then the price will obviously be a lot better. But for now, I don't have enough boards to do the video. I've got a few things to scrap. I've got a large TV, which you may have seen me move over here. I've also got a curved screen, computer screen, and I've not seen anyone scrap a curved screen yet. I don't know if there's any difference inside. There might be more things, there might be the same things, I don't know. So I'll be doing a video on that shortly, on the curved computer monitor. I'll try and get that out before anyone else does it. I like to be the first that does things. I don't want to just be like everybody else and just copy everyone. I'll probably start doing that as soon as I finish this video. And then I can hopefully get enough boards together to do a board video. don't seem to want to come out, and I don't know if there's a nut at the back or what the deal is. They just go round and round and round. Hopefully they're actually unwinding. Now this one is, it's good. It's a warm day today, and it's going to be a lot hotter as the day progresses, so I was kind of keen to come out in the morning and get this started. So if I go quiet, it's because I'm eating my lunch at the same time, having a couple of sandwiches. Really trying to make some sort of headway in here, get things out of my way. There's a big bunch of wires that are in my face. The wires I'm doing here for this switch here. There could be some silver in there. Okay, so all they can get out of the way now, that's good. These are no big deal, they're not in my way. Some more silicone hose inside there. Lots of it going all through there. Not really sure what that's for, whether it carries air or some sort of liquid. I don't know. I may have to Google how these things work, try and understand it a bit better. The dentist that gave me this has been pretty good to me in the past, given me quite a few things. I actually had 2 dentist chairs, believe it or not, and I was really excited about that. And there was not a single bit of gold recovery on it, and I was really surprised. I really would have thought there'd be a lot in a dentist chair. Even the attachments that they use to squirt water in your mouth or to put the drill on, I thought there might have been some palladium or something, but everything was just steel, stainless steel or cast aluminium, the whole thing. And it's a bit of a bummer because they were heavy. I mean, my girlfriend and I struggled to get those into the car, out of the dentist clinic, down the front into the car. My ute is pretty high. I've got a 5-inch lift, and we had to try and lift it up into the ute of my truck. It seemed like it was all for nothing because the effort that was involved was a lot more than what I think a bit of aluminium's worth. I know not to do dentist chairs anymore. And they had a bargain because I removed them for free, whereas there is a mob that would come and do that normally that charge a fortune. I'm happy to do it for free if they're going to give me things like this. Alrighty, got that board off, so I definitely realised there I can see inside it. Some gold pins here, gold pins there, ICs, a lot of small ICs on here, a lot of tiny ones on there. I'm not sure what this thing is. It's some sort of metal. It's on legs, weird. So a nice aluminium, extruded aluminium heatsink there. Another relay there I can see inside it. And just a whole pile of these plugs. They don't look like they're any gold pins or anything there. They're just standard steel pins. I don't know what's under these. No, they're not gold either. They're just normal steel. So, not overly happy with this board. I wouldn't say it's the best board I've ever seen. Nothing on the back. I would class that as maybe a low range, low grade, maybe pushing mid grade, but no. Certainly hope for a lot better. And I'm hoping there's more boards that I can't see because that's a bit of a letdown so far. Another screw over here. Another one here. Now I might be able to get this actual piece of steel off. There we go. Cut these wire ties, cable ties. GoPro died, so I have to continue this with the battery. See, I've got a lot of wires at the moment. I'm slowly getting this thing pulled apart. In case you couldn't see it properly before, this is the insulation I was telling you about. Some brass fittings. There's that mechanism, the locking mechanism. And of course my phone will ring. Alright, so my daughter called me. I was on the phone for quite a while and I was dismantling it while I was on the phone. I've managed to get it turned upside down, now it's a lot lighter. And I've pretty much taken all the bolts off this. It's just holding the top up at the moment. Well, that's the bottom. It's just holding it there in place for me. I've taken everything off at the back. There's a bit of wire going in here, a bit of copper wire. And it's attached to this thing here, which I found in there. So I took the insulation off, disconnected all the hoses. And I don't know what this is made of, but it doesn't stick to a magnet. It's one of the reasons this whole thing was so heavy. This is quite heavy, this. And the copper wire is attached to this rod. So now I can cut that copper wire off, but I'll see where it's going to in here. And these wires coming out, I don't know what this does. All these screws are all stainless steel. They don't stick to the magnet. Even these ones here, they're stainless steel. The only one that sticks is that one. It's a black screw compared to the rest of them. So probably the same as these ones. No, that doesn't stick. No, none of these stick. Just that one screw. So that's good. And these will be brass probably. They don't stick to the magnet either. They're not really brass colour, but they could be tin coated or something. This one's brass, you can tell. And these ones are, I don't know what they are, whether they're brass or what they are. And then there's another one of these things here. And so all that's in here now is the hinge on this side. And the lock mechanism on the other side, because I turned it upside down. I managed to get the plastic face off it. Here it is here. And I don't know what's in there. That's pretty heavy. I'll have to open that up and have a look. But there is a board here with a little bit of flash gold on there. Underneath those black dots, they're kind of like an IC chip. There'll be wire, bonding wires in there. So I cut around those black dots and I put those in with my ICs, treat them the same as an IC. Trying to get this wire off now. So yeah, I'm back to using the phone because my GoPro died. So I'll take the screws off and see what this is like on the other side. I don't think this is going to fit. No. Back to the screwdriver again. Hopefully there's something nice on the other side of it. I have a little bit of flashing on the back. For some reason there'll be something on the front as well. There's little tabs there that need to be moved out, so there's got to be obviously some sort of tin shield on the other side. Thank you. My girlfriend just brought me out a nice coffee. And I'm trying to do this left-handed. I'm not left-handed, so bear with me. Get that one out. The screwdriver is just small enough to fit. Ideally a smaller one would be better. I don't know if I'd go to the effort of pulling another one of these apart. It's been a bit of a hassle pulling it apart and for not much gain. Yeah, there's a fair bit of wire and some nice silicone hosing, but I don't really think it's worth all this effort. We'll see. I'm just not happy with that first board. I was really expecting more stuff on there than that. Not even one VGA. I really would have thought there'd be at least a gold corner VGA on there. Alright, so it's just the screen on that side. So just got to undo these tabs here, and then the screen will come off. I don't think there'll be anything underneath it. For this corner here, I don't know. There's no way of getting into it. I don't know what's in there. Maybe when I pull the front down, there's still no way into it. Oh, maybe I can get a screwdriver down the side and pry it open. I'll have to give that a shot. There's only the paper dispenser in there, so I can't see anything good in there. The rest of this is all plastic. So now I'm just left with the hinge to try and undo. There's the aluminium at the front. Can't get that screw undone, even with a big screwdriver. Might try and heat it up with a torch, see if that helps. But now what I'm going to try and do is knock these pins down from the top, or from actually the bottom. The top's over here because this is upside down. But I might be able to get my Phillips screwdriver like that and knock these pins out. So I'll try that, but obviously I've got to put the phone down to do that. I'll come back and let you know if I've had any success. I just undid the screws on the top here. There's tubes down the middle there. And once I undid them screws, I was able to slide these out. The wire joins to one there, and it's just copper all the way. Or brass, one or two. I've got to clean it up with this, get this white stuff off. But even they're quite heavy. So it's a good little score. I'm keen to see what's inside, so I'm going to get the Allen key and undo all these screws. Take this top off and see what it's like inside. There's nothing underneath. So I'll do that now. Well, that's really weird because I opened it up and it's just, I don't know, maybe fluid passed through this. It was probably some sort of cooling device. I got no idea what this is made of. It's actually really heavy, so it's not cast aluminium. It doesn't stick to a magnet. I have to get a file onto there, I suppose, or grind a bit off and see. Maybe this could be brass. I don't know. Heavy though. And there was a seal on there, so fluid must go through there. And it's just the pattern. There's no actual holes in anything. And for these to be on there, it must have passed through the block. Again, this is heavy. Way too heavy to be aluminium. I'll take these things off now. I don't know what to put this through as. I don't know whether to put it in a scrap stainless steel, or I'll get a grinder onto it and see what's inside there, see if it's brass. I pulled this thing here apart, and again, not much to be excited about. A couple of IC chips. That's it. There's not even any gold pins in there or anything. Some tactile switches for silver. On the back there's a couple of these things here which are like IC chips. That's it. Very poor. I am so not excited about this whole setup. I really thought I'd get a lot more than what I did. Oh well. Well, I managed to get the paper feed thingy out, and all that was there was this little board. Now there's a little electric motor in there, tiny little motor. There's no gold on these ribbons. It's just this little board here. Got a couple of tiny little ICs on there, that's it. A little switch there, might have silver in it. So, pretty dismal. And that's just rubbish now. There was this thing here which I recovered. It's got a button, some brass there, so there may be some silver contacts or something in that. I'll pull this apart later and have a look, but I don't think there'll be much in it. Still don't know what this is. It's getting bloody hot now. So now that it's rolled over, you can see the clips that hold this insulation on. So I'm going to cut those, take those off, and then I should be able to pull this insulation off and then take the aluminium insulation off. I can't use that for aluminium because it's got stuff in there. The scrapyard won't take that, so that'll have to just go as rubbish. And try and get that stainless steel bowl. These hinges and the lock on the other side have got me stumped. And as for the front, there's a switch there with some gold pins. Well, there's not much gold on them, very, very little at all. I don't know how to get this hinge out, I really don't. These pins, it's come down a little bit, but not much. Something's stopping it. I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is just cut through here with the grinder and snap this off, smash it off or something. I can take these off with this socket, that's not a problem, and get that lock off. I don't know how this comes off, this thing that spins around. It's stainless steel, I don't know what's behind it. I've been trying to get that and I just can't. So maybe I'm going to have to cut right through the middle of the grinder or something, because this is a good piece of cast aluminium or zinc or whatever it is. I don't want to leave it behind. And the rest of this is just all tin, so it's just the stainless steel bowl that I want out. There's another little switch there behind here, it's all part of that lock mechanism, and that's about it. So you know, I'll do this off camera, there's no point in showing you when you can see what's there anyway. So that's pretty much it, guys. A stainless steel bowl if I can get it, aluminium front if I can get it, a bit of copper wire here that's going in there, that should pull out that rod. It should just pull out. I might have to loosen something off in there to get it. There's a screw there, I'll loosen those screws off and it should come out. So that's it, a bit of copper there, whatever this is, and lots of plastic, lots of silicon tubing, lots of wire, and some brass, and then these pissy little boards. Really nothing to talk about. The special is nothing. I don't think it was worth the effort. I won't be doing any more. So I'm going to leave that there. There's nothing else to show you guys. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. If I do come across anything special, which I doubt very much, like maybe behind that disc in there that spins, if I find anything special, I'll take it on to the end of this video before I post it. If not, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next video.